Go. We're number 4. We're number 4. We're number 4. Anyway, before we even start into our topic today, we just found out that we were nominated, or we won Tony Policastros. We were number 4 in his list of best guitar shop YouTube videos at Acoustic Life, and we think that's awesome.
It is awesome. Thank you so much, because that's cool.
Well, I want to thank you personally, Tony, for being right here with us. Thank you for joining us on today's channel.
I do feel like Tony's beard is longer than mine.
It is longer.
And his hair.
But you did that like douchebag move of cutting your beard like over the holidays. And I was like,
it wasn't
what?
Me. The barber went crazy.
It sucked.
It went all crazy.
It was so gross. I was like, who are you? I was so ashamed.
It was weird.
We do dumb things with our hair and beards every once in a while.
It was my hair and my beard.
But we were sandwiched right between Peach and Andertons in the rankings. And so we were thrilled. We were just thrilled to be mentioned because like
it really is pretty fun. So
and they're all our favorite channels too. Like we watch all those guys, and they're all idiots like us.
I don't know if that's true.
No, they're just smarter.
I think some of them are very, very serious and sophisticated, and then there's us.
Well, Tony sort of straddles that line of serious sophistication. Yes. And I've been like looking at his like learning platform online too. I didn't directly pay for it, but I do.
Someone did though.
I have a friend who did pay for it, and he let me look at it. It's really good. So if you want to check out something online, because I've comped them to like I have friends that have everybody's, and I like to comp, and his is right up there in the top. I will say that I was impressed with the ease of getting into it and like simple stuff for like beginners, and then it gets more complicated if you want to get there. But I'm looking at mainly in beginners. I want to see like what these guys offer for beginners. It was very cohesive and fun. But anyway, thank you for that. So we're not even talking about topic.
Greatly appreciated.
Jesus Lord.
Not even there yet.
Let's get into it. So what got us into it was we saw that Eric Johnsons Virginia Strat was up on the auction block. Or like somebody's selling it for 90-something thousand.
Like 92 some change maybe?
So this is a 1954 Stratocaster, Sassafras, like the Strat of Eric Johnson's career that he sold at some point in his career.
Obviously.
To make money.
Yes.
And he would like it back apparently, right?
I think so.
But I
believe he said he would.
I don't know if he's willing to pay that much money.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, and people think like all these guys have a fortune. That's, I mean, $100,000.
Not necessarily.
I mean,
just to fork out a house. I mean, it's not a house some places, but
it's a house in a lot of places.
House in a lot of places.
It's a house. It's not a house like if you're talking like David, my friend out in LA, who's moving to North Carolina. By the way, congratulations! Just closed on his house last night. I haven't to see you back, but I'm busy. Anyway, but congrats! We're excited to see you. But I think a house in Santa Monica is a little more than $100,000. You get you a closet.
But there are some places in North Carolina.
Yep.
Get a house and a meth lab.
I mean, literally 5 minutes from where this guitar shop is. But no, it's sad. Then we watched that video with Joe Perry when he had to sell his like burst, and then he eventually found it with Slash had it.
Yes.
His collection, and Slash like just gave it to him, right?
That's a whole nother level, right?
I know.
To be like, I got this guitar. It's probably worth $100,000. Here you go, bro.
When you're Slash level though, it is a different like. That's like the goodwill. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid. I feel like that's the goodwill rock stars should do amongst themselves.
It kind of is. Well, I mean, it's sort of related. I watched a video last night where John Mayer's like $200,000 double crap down on stage. So he just pulled out another double. With Dead Company. Backup double.
Wait,
he had $500,000. So the video, I don't know how much they really worth. I don't know, but it's just totally uneducated.
Like most $130K probably.
Well, so somebody was like, "That's $500,000 in amps on stage behind."
I mean, I have like a spare like Blues Junior.
Yeah.
Like that when I do gigs, like here's my spare Blues Junior. Here's my Blues Junior, my primary. And here's my spare Blues Junior.
I mean, I kind of think I'm fancy taking my little Comet as my backup amp.
That is fancy.
It is, right? But it's not too double fancy.
So we have not even gotten to what we're supposed to talk about yet.
Not even close.
But it got us thinking, all these great guitars, like was there, well actually, screw it, we can talk about whatever we want on this one, because it is exciting. Like two topics almost have developed now. Like, what is the protocol, and like if you are of a certain level of like status and success, like I think it's awesome that you should be able to give your guitar away. And that's what you should.
Yes.
I've done that with guitars at my like level, which is not anywhere there, obviously, because I am on YouTube. But I've given guitars away.
I mean, you hear some really cool stories about bigger artists giving guitars away. I think is it Hank Williams Jr.
Yes.
who gave the burst away to the guy from the Kentucky Headhunters? Is that true? Did my story right? This is not at all what we plan to talk about, so I don't know. But yeah, there's those awesome stories.
I love that story. People trading gear and like just helping each other out. Like from it was with Noel Gallagher. It was giving guitars from some of the great British guitar players that I love. The name shall not be mentioned. You know who I'm talking about if you like the Smiths.
There you
That's
go.
me. You should be typing in Johnny Marr right now. But but it gave him like a nice Les Paul, like a real one. That's all. Anyway, but that's cool. It's before Oasis was even famous too.
Well, you hear all the stories about like Clapton and George Harrison. They're trading guitars. They're giving guitars away, right, for wives, whatever. It's a different story. Clapton had bought Hendrix that Strat. They never got to give it to him because he died. It's just cool.
But then of all these guitars, which one would you want to play most? And that's where we came off of Paul David's video where he was just talking about the $10 million Jimi Hendrix Monterey Pop Festival, the black one. That Hendrix sort of kept in his collection.
Amazing video, by the way. You should go watch it.
It is an amazing video. Paul David, like every one of his videos, if you haven't checked out his channel and you're watching us and you haven't seen his channel, do yourself a favor and watch a really good channel. Paul David's. It's a really good channel.
Thank God he wasn't a guitar shop. We would never have made number 4.
Oh
it's
God,
true.
yeah, we would have been like maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, the real YouTubers. Yeah, but no, like so he's had that video with that concept. The Music Is Win guy has got to do it with a few different cool guitars. So what would you play if someone is like, hey Baxter, you can play any famous guitar. Doesn't matter if it still exists or not. If we know where it is, like no holds barred. Which one are you gonna play?
I mean, it might be like the Woodstock Jimi Hendrix guitar in some ways. That might be one of them. It could be.
That's up there for me.
Jimmy Page's Les Paul, possibly.
That's or the Telly. Like if you go back in time and play the little, like maybe I might want to play it pre-Dragon. I don't know.
If I could play like the full Jimmy Page, like the Madison Square Garden rig.
Yeah.
Like his Marshall stacks and all his pedal stacks. That might be.
I think it would be fun if we're talking about that. How fun would it be to play like the Jerry Garcia, like the giant, the wall of sound, like the full live? You'd be deaf. Probably.
Or like the Angus Young even. Like his, I don't know.
And see, none of those would be my top. Like I think about like a really high on the list would be Clapton's 335. Like the red one, the 64 with the blocking lanes. That would be really high on the list. Lucille would be pretty high on the list for me.
I was thinking about Lucille, like the original. Because there's lots of
right.
But then I might even jump back into like one of Clapton's, like his acoustics that he worked on with Unplugged and everything. Like some of those original Martins. Just to play Martins of that caliber, and then let alone it's Clapton's. I'd like to know like how it was set up, what it actually felt like that made those amazing sounds.
It would be fun. I mean, this is almost a whole different concept, but how much fun would it be to play like, okay, a song you love. Let's take like maybe The Weight by the band or some like iconic song. If you could morph yourself into the situation where they recorded it and see what you sound like with that setup. Because it would probably be different.
I know. Well, I even think about that with like the bass tone for Hotel California. Like the Eagles, like that. However, I don't know. When I heard that bass played through a proper stereo setup, it changed my view of the Eagles in a weird way. Because I've never been an Eagles fan, really.
Baxter hates the Eagles.
I don't hate the Eagles.
He hates. If you want to irritate Baxter, all you have to do is play Life in the Fast Lane.
I don't like that song.
So I'm like.
I know there's some classic rock tropes that just don't get me going for some reason. I know it's a great song, I suppose.
No, it just makes me happy that you have strong feelings.
I'd rather listen to Right Said Fred, like You're My Mate.
Oh, and we do. There are days where that's the only song on in Casino Guitars, so if you came on that day, I'm sorry.
Speak of the devil, I guess what's going to be playing on the playlist later.
Yeah.
Just to piss old Sean off.
But, so think about this. This is tying into a video we did weeks ago. We usually don't think things through enough to tie videos together, but what if you could do that in the metaverse?
Yeah, I mean, that's an amazing idea.
Right? Like, okay, suddenly you're on stage in Madison Square Garden and you're playing Jimmy Page's rig.
Yeah. And like you look to your left and there's like young, svelte Robert Plant.
God.
And like weird
prancing around.
Yeah, prancing around like a beautiful like fawn.
or Keith Richards' rig, you know what I mean? And I mean, either way, doesn't matter.
Both. I'm so confused right now.
I mean, how freaking cool.
No, that's where, like, because we are
be?
old-fashioned. Like, I'm super old-fashioned. Like, I have a cable and a guitar and an amp. That's, like, sort of my rig. But the idea of being in the metaverse and playing this rig, and I don't have to leave my house.
It'd be pretty amazing.
We're one step closer to the movie Gamer.
Or we're already in the Matrix. Either way.
Which comes out December 22nd.
That's right.
Tickets, everyone. Tickets. We're going to go.
How you feel about that one?
I'm going to go see it.
Of course we're going to go see it, but...
You guys want to go on Tightwad Tuesday?
Yes.
We're trying to make it happen?
Yes.
Let's
You heard it here.
My treat.
It's where we're going to be. Woo. What do you think? Is it going to be awesome? Is it going to be like, they shouldn't have done it?
It doesn't matter because the last two are kind of like whatever anyway.
I mean, that's true.
So like so the Matrix alone holds up.
It's just Keanu, man.
Keanu's great. Whatever he does is perfect. He's apparently wonderful to work with as well.
I wish we would find out that he, like John Wicks, was just a character in the Matrix.
Or if John Wick was actually Keanu's real character.
John Wicks.
Here's my real.
John Wicks, yeah.
John Wicks.
John Wicks.
No, but I feel like Paul Davids is the Keanu Reeves of the guitar YouTube.
He is. He totally is.
Like I'm guessing. I've never met this man, but I feel like he'd be a joy to work with.
Yes.
He is so pretty.
Yes.
His voice is soothing.
Yes.
He calms and relaxes you, and you just want to spend time with him.
It's
and
like
watch
half the
his
reason
work.
I love his videos. Yeah.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
It is frustrating. Our voice is not
Then
soothing.
one of my other favorites, Philip McKnight. Who is that then in the metaverse of acting?
Oh God.
I mean, maybe is he Bruce Willis?
He could be.
I mean, kind of, because Bruce Willis is one of my other favorites.
Die Hard.
I'd say Philip McKnight is the cross between Bruce Willis and I just had the name Mark Wahlberg a little bit. That sort of vibe to me. I love Mark Wahlberg's movies, and there's like from Daddy's Home to like Transformers to like everything he's ever been in. And I think you just watch Philip McKnight, like, you just feel like you're at home, you're comfortable.
Yeah, it's true.
Like even with like Die Hard, like the ultimate hero, but he's us. He's not, Hemsworth. He's not
Every man.
He's not saying that you're every man, Philip, if you're out there watching this by any weird chance, but
I mean, kind of.
that's a good comp.
He's like know your gear, know your gear. Go out empowered.
And Danish Pete is Pauly Shore. Let's move on.
Oh my God. Poor Danish Pete. That's not true.
Oh, it's totally true.
I wouldn't say
Two
that.
of my favorite thespians in all of British culture.
Or Danish Pete and Pauly Shore.
They're both Brits, so whatever.
I don't know.
But what rig or guitar would you most want to play? And do you think famous rich people should swap guitars and give them to each other as gifts? I do.
Yeah.
That's my form of socialism for you right there.
I mean, could be fine.
Let them eat cake.
Unless you just have a guitar you really love. It'd be really sad.
I gave away one that I really loved.
Yeah.
That strange, like, man that's out on the road touring, but it's like, but it needed to be in his hands.
You like fly.
That's what you have to do sometimes, and it's a nice, expensive guitar, and it was like, but this is supposed to go out.
It was very good.
I felt like it was the right moment for it to go live.
And he has played some really fun shows already with it.
And hopefully he bonds with it. We're going to have it modified more. But anyway, let us know your thoughts.
Or he might set it on fire.
I'll kill him with a spoon.
Bro, it's
why? Because it's more painful.
It's rock and roll.
And that's what Alan Rickman said in Robin Hood.
I was going to say, cut your heart out with a spoon. I remember that.
The only good Robin Hood.
Did you know that I got the Robin Hood action figure from that movie for having my tonsils taken out as a child?
That is awesome.
It was amazing. And it was awesome. Like, he had a real, like, that poofy, like, kind of vest thing that, like, goes on your arm. It was amazing.
God bless Kevin Costner and long live. And Yellowstone apparently is amazing. I haven't seen it yet.
All I know is that Derek will not stop talking about Stetson hats now that...
and like he's starting to wear cologne, and like he wears like a cod piece or something, just like, hey y'all. And he's talking about like, how y'all doing? Like, assless chaps. It's disturbing. Anyway, I'm done. Take him home, Johnny.
Is that it? So that's a lot of information in that video.
We were a little bit strung out today. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't forget, go try to win the lunar ice, the silver sky behind us. It's up for grabs when we hit 50K.
Check out the podcast.
Hit like and subscribe if you have not already.
The great Next American Builder.
Oh, that's true.
Underway.
All the info is on the website now. So there you go. Go check it out. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out.
Love you. I didn't bark this time.